Right, so as you saw throughout this section, we have the error handling both working for the backend as well as UI, but we should also enforce some database constraints, right? Because before you saw that in here, we actually have an empty name right here. So empty name, empty email, and also you see that we have this hello, so email hello and email hello, right? So this is a duplicate email. The same here, Carlos at Gmail and then Carlos at Gmail as well, right? So we actually have the front-end validation, we have the back-end validation, but we are missing the database constraints. So here, what we're gonna do is the following. So open up IntelliJ, and in here, we want to use Spring Data JPA, and then tell that this, so here, let's just go here. So this will be at, and then column. So inside, we can now say, so you can see that we have a couple of things. So we can have name, we can have a nullable, so on and so forth. But let's just say that this will be nullable. So nullable, oops. So nullable equals to false, and you can see that the default is true. So we want false. And we also want this to be unique. So you can see that the default is false, but we want this to be true. And actually, this is for the email, my bad. So here, so basically someone can have the same name. We don't really care, right? But for the email, so here, so email, we want to say at, and then column, and we're going to say nullable equals to false, and then unique equals to, and then true. And we also want for the gender, so here, let's just say at, and then column. And for the gender, I'm going to say nullable equals to, and then false. Now, before I run this, what I want to show you is if I go back to the database in here, and for now, let me just quit and then log in again using PSQL. So here, if I say docker ps, you can see that the status is up right here. So up. And now I'm going to basically use PSQL on a container to execute into it. So here I've got the search. So docker run -it -rm using the same network. So here we've learned about this. PSQL-h db-U Postgres. And here the password is password. Now I'm in. So now I'm going to press Control L. And here I'm going to say \c for database, and then Amigos, and then code. And now I'm going to say \d and then student. So have a look. So here the ID cannot be null right here, and you can see cannot be null, but the rest can be null. So this is what these annotations are fixing. And also for the email, we want this to be a unique email. So now let's go ahead and actually restart the server. And there we go, up and running. Now, if I go back in here, and then if I basically describe the table again, so \d and then student, and in here you see that this is not working, and this is because we currently have null rows, right, as you saw. So what I'm going to do is the following. So here I'm going to go to application.properties, and then here I'm going to say create. So basically create and then drop, and then restart. And this should now fix the database and add the constraints for us. There we go. Now in here, if I type \d again, you can see that this time it does work. And you can see also that we have a unique constraint for the email. And this is really nice. So obviously this actually has deleted all data that we had before in here. So you can see here, we basically have no data, and I've just spotted a bug. So we actually need a button here so that we can add a new student, right? So currently there's no way for us to add a new student, but hopefully you can see how these database constraints do work. So there you have it. So in here, let me just change this back to, I want to say update, and then restart the server. There we go. And in here, if I do \d and then student, you can see that we still have the not null on all of these columns. So as I said, actually next for you, basically, this is a challenge I think would be a better thing for you to do, but it is for you to basically show the button that we need in order to add a new student when there is no data available. Give it a go, and I'm going to give you the solution next.